Well, if you see, the auto stocks continue to remain in focus, and this is not only because of the auto sales number that are expected to come in, but also because of the rising commodity prices. Now, be it four-wheelers or two-wheelers, all the auto manufacturing companies have exposure to steel, aluminium, copper, rhodium and palladium. Now, an increase in prices of these commodities increases the cost of production for auto manufacturers. Now, four-wheelers have higher exposure to steel, while two-wheelers have higher exposure to aluminium, rhodium and palladium. Now, if you see the commodity prices compared to the third quarter of financial year 2022 and the current prices, now it has increased for most of the commodities other than steel. Now, steel prices have corrected a bit, but if you see aluminium prices, they have increased by around 19%. Copper prices have increased by around 2%, and the prices of palladium and rhodium, if you check compared to third quarter, it has increased by more than 20%. Now, because the rise in aluminium, palladium and rhodium is much more than what it is for steel and copper, the two-wheelers are expected to get impacted the most because of this rise in commodity prices. Now, if you see in the past 5 to 6 quarters, the prices of these commodities has increased by nearly 70 to 80%, and despite taking a price hike by the auto companies, their overall margins, if you see, it had reduced by around 500 to 600 basis points. Now, for two-wheelers specifically, if you see, what IIFL is saying is that they'll have to take a price hike of around 2 to 2.5% to mitigate the entire impact of this rise in commodity prices and to maintain their margins at the third quarter level. But doing so would impact the affordability and volume. So it would be interesting to see what auto companies choose to do, whether they choose to go in with price hike and maintain their margins, or whether they choose to go with more volumes going forward.